Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, today's guests with an S plural. Like any other guests, they're really interesting and they also have a history with TCG KL, and that is that they are champions. So, on my left here, we have Isaac, who was the champion in 2023. And then for my right here, we have Tommy, which is 2024's champion. Right? So, before we go into TCG and strategies and, future plans and all that, I like to get to know the person, right? So, starting with you, Isaac, do you remember the first time you held a Pokemon card?
Oh, it was a very long ago. I think I owned my first Pokemon during my childhood time.
Yeah.
And I hit a Blastoise.
Blastoise. You want to tell us which model so we know how old you are?
It's from base set. Yes.
But then collecting is one thing, right? When did you start playing?
Of course, I started since base set. However, to play competitively, I started since I played since 2010, a black and white era for Pokemon. Yeah.
You know, like what did you feel? Because you collect few years already. Why did you decide to start playing?
Of course, this is part of my hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I Pokemon always is part of, even though the figurine also and also cards. I think it's part of hobby So when I like, yeah.
But I mean, like in terms competitively, why do you decide to play competitively?
Okay, I think TCG is like something. It's like just like a board game.
Yeah.
So maybe it's more towards my personality, as in I was a chess player as well.
A chess player?
Chess player.
What's your elo? Never mind.
So I would like to. It's something that very interesting when you can analyze your opponent. What is the next step, and how you're going to strategize your next action.
Yeah.
I would say Pokemon TCG is really
like chess.
Our memory is also like. So I enjoy that lah. I enjoy.
Right. So, and it has grown a lot, right? TCG, but a lot of these card games is very emotional. And what I mean by that is, like you say, you didn't start merely because it's like you say, it's strategy, and it's because as a childhood you have some sort of connection. Yeah. What is that connection? So I'll give you an example. So for me, it's Pokemon 2000, the movie. I'm sure you have watched. Have you watched?
Yes.
The one with Lugia and all that, right? So when I watched that, I can still remember the flute and the song and all that. So that's my connection with Pokemon. What's yours?
I think it will be similar.
Yeah.
I think most of us, like those like back to the era, like were very inspired by the. I mean, of course, when I started playing Pokemon, I get to know a lot of friends.
Yeah.
So among the friends, they also, they like Pokemon as well. So indirectly we have more common topic. So we started. I think that's the reason.
Right.
The community itself, yeah, and your friend, yeah.
Got it. So any friends from back then who are still playing competitively, or it's just you?
Yes.
Still a lot, huh?
Yes, still a lot.
Right, interesting. Okay, so we go to Tommy now. Mm-hmm. So I have the same questions, right? How do you? I guess first memories of Pokemon.
Okay, I think my first memories was it was a good Sunday with families and yeah.
So the mic a bit closer. Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Yep.
So I remember, I think it should be a Sunday because there's a time where I can hang out with family. So after we go to a market, like the food market after a great breakfast. Then they have a store selling like snacks, I don't know, magazine, and there's a fake Pokemon pack cards. That is where I started like
RM4 last time, 3-4 ringgit maybe.
I don't know because is my family paid it, but I love it because I love Pokemon like since I watched most of the movie and the episode of the anime. So yeah,
The weekly episode.
yeah, the
right.
weekly episode by Ash, and then yeah, I just so deep into it. So when I see the cards, I don't care whether during that time I don't know whether it is authentic or not.
Yeah.
I just tell my mom, I need this, I want this. I
Because
don't
it's the
care.
Pokemon that you care, right? Not.
Yeah, it's
right.
basically what I get inside the pack. Yeah.
Well, what was the Pokemon that you were always chasing?
I always chasing Charizard, of course.
course.
Yeah.
Oh, so sorry. Let me rephrase. Outside of Charizard, what do you always chase?
To me, I'm more to bug Pokemon. The
I hate bug
Heracross.
Pokemons. I hate bug. I don't know why, but okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, is Beedrill is not bug. Beedrill is leaf, right?
Yeah. No, I think I just got I like Ash Heracross, like
Oh,
how strong it is in the anime.
Scizor.
Yeah, the Scizor. Yep.
Very good, very good. So, but then, when do you start playing? And then, I know your history is a bit interesting with competition, but when did you decide to start playing?
I think I started playing is during my uni time, and then yeah, my first year of uni, because to me first year is like they say the honeymoon period, so
Right.
where you have more times to enjoy the life in uni. Yeah, and then one day I just watched through a YouTube, and from a YouTuber, if I can recall, it's Ryu and Yuma. So he is a YouTuber, Malaysian YouTuber, but his wife is Japanese, a Japanese wife. And then interesting is he play Pokemon as well, and sharing culture,
Strategy and all that.
yeah, strategies and yeah. I was like, since I love Pokemon, I have tried to collect. I know it's fake cards during my childhood. Why not I just start collecting a real card and maybe joining the communities and play. And yeah, that was my starting in PTCG, and yep, until now.
So then the decision to go competitive, was it like Isaac, where it's a chess match and you like the strategy and all that? Is there something similar or?
I think I enjoying play like how the PTCG play style,
Yeah.
because I think I play Yu-Gi-Oh before,
Oh.
but Yu-Gi-Oh is more to like if you miss something, and then you just see your opponent like showcase everything and you lost. But I mean in Pokemon you can enjoy slightly. Not slightly. It's more enjoyable as that you can come back like with certain strategy or certain bait.
It's more complete, would you say, or more?
I would say it's, how do I put it in a way? Pokemon is more friendly though to me.
Yes.
Right.
Especially the picture, like.
So it's like one turn I attack you. If I cannot, I'll just attack the second turn.
So
But
it's a bit, sounds to me like it's less punishing. Is it correct?
correct.
Correct?
I would, yeah, it's
Got
less
chance to-
punishing.
Would it be that serious because of the Pokemon itself is already
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
everyone like.
Yeah. I have a random question since you guys have been in the field. Have you ever seen people fight because of Pokemon before?
Yeah, I do.
Really? Like, okay, verbal, but like physical. Has it ever happened before?
Yeah.
So they take cards, they tear, and things like.
I think recently we have a news lah, not in Malaysia lah.
Okay.
There's a player ate his opponent card and call a judge and for the deck card.
Sounds like sounds American. Is it American? Yeah, right. America, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
quite funny though is like I physically eat your card and make you get a penalty or disqualify. Quite funny though.
Did it work? I just curious. Obviously, it didn't. But nothing in Malaysia. Nothing. Any crazy stories you want to share for your PTCG journey?
Not really something very crazy, but I think I have evidence like some player that because Pokemon, when you play TCG, it's supposed to have fun, not be so serious. Because some people, maybe when they play their first round, they cannot take, they cannot accept the lose game, or they must win, so that you can see that their face is very very, very sad.
Yeah.
But to me, I feel that this is a game that we're supposed to enjoy. Even though we lose, we make friends.
Yeah.
And also, we try to work, play better in the next round to compete better in the coming game. So
Right.
definitely we will get a better ranking or
Right.
to success in the next competition.
I want to give I don't know the numbers, and I also want to give viewers and listeners a sense, right, about what's at stake. Of course, on one level is pride, right, because you want to win, and it's about the competition and all that. But how about the money aspect? Like the average tournament, if someone gets first place, usually how do you all measure? First place, top 8, I know, then top 5, is that how you all measure the rankings usually for prize money or...
Do you mean by big tournaments or just local?
Just the, let's say the weekly, and then maybe you can share the bigger tournaments as well. To give us a sense, because I completely don't know. I'm just a collector,
Okay.
which is a shame. This is me being ashamed that I don't know more about this, but yeah, I want to learn from you guys.
Okay. I think, okay, let's talk about locals one first. So, in PTCG, we have 2 formats to play, which is the Swiss round. So you are randomly, let's say there will be 32 players in that night, and you'll be randomly assigned,
Oh,
and we'll play up to, I think, 4 rounds, 4 to 5 rounds.
4 to 5.
Yeah. So,
per match. So like if I'm against you, we play 4 or 5. So it's like best of 5 like that, is it? Or...
it's not the best of 5, but it's like best of 1. So you met every single player, and you play once match per round.
Okay.
But how we gonna play is like the first match is everyone assigned randomly, but the second match, person who win has a chance to fight another person who win last match. So eventually there will be a person with full win.
You're on par with the winner, the higher ranking in terms of resistance, we call it.
Okay.
So
this is the Swiss style, is it?
Yeah. So whoever get the full win will be the champion of the night.
I see. So it's like it leaves no like it's a deserved winner because he play with pretty much everybody.
Won everyone technically.
Yeah.
Right.
And then in terms of prices, I think depends on
the store.
Depend on store. If for like normal events, they will just give out you packs.
Right.
So of course the champion will have the highest pack amount of pack, and then followed by the subsequent one. But guarantee every player will have 1 pack.
Right. And then this is more local and more normal ones.
Yeah, this is like more local and more chill. So basically, players they will play more chill, and they will allow you to maybe to reverse your move or something lah. Because it's more like just local.
Then there's maybe no judge or
no judge at all. You are the judge between your opponents.
So which is the most competitive one then? Oh, sorry, is there something you want to?
No. I mean that it's not so strict,
Yeah.
Playing the league is more friendly game. Although certain action that you have made, we actually can be reversed because because we want everyone to learn to it's not so strict lah. Yeah, that's it.
So then which one is the most competitive in Malaysia right now, the tournament?
Okay, the structure, correct me. Okay, we start with League Cup. League Cup, I think you will have every month there will be 2 league.
At least
2 League Cup. I think nationwide Malaysia, including Sabah Sarawak as well. So during the League Cup, I think it's about up to 120 people.
Maximum.
Okay, for this is considered League Cup. Of course, there's a certain points you can earn from the tournament. Maybe perhaps you can get 100 points or 50 points. Then subsequently, after the League Cup, in terms of the tournament structure hierarchy, it will be regional.
So region is divided by like Southeast Asia or Asia?
No, just solely for Malaysian.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Solely for Malaysia, but I think we will have 2 to 3 per year. Depends on our host.
And then you mentioned just now, you talk about 100 points on there. Why is it important to get these points?
Okay, this point actually will allow you to climb to the we call it, that's a ranking The top 4 who actually earns the highest points, they are entitled to qualify for worst tournament organized by the US company. It could mostly in US or maybe Japan and also European countries.
Yeah, for this year it will be Hawaii, right? Which is the
But
next
this year will
week.
be Hawaii.
It will be happen on next week.
Yes.
I'm just curious, if someone wanted to have a career, that means play this full time, what do you think the level should be for such a person? Maybe you guys want to one day be this to be a career. I'm just very curious.
I think Malaysia, we still yet to have I have never seen a really a proper
Full-time career.
Professional. Right.
for Pokemon at least. I have not seen. But I think we are here for quite some time, play around. We got a lot of friends actually playing since many years back. Still playing.
Right.
So we quite competitive player lah.
Right. But you feel like at this stage it cannot be a proper career and a stable job yet.
I think at the moment it's hard, but I'm not saying that it's not possible.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, maybe we seek for some. Maybe there are some more sponsorship.
yeah,
NIO, YB NIO.
Okay. More
Yeah.
sponsorship, to in order to train a team, or for
I see.
a proper what do you call a full-time player.
yeah, like
Right,
what they starting to build the mobile games players.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Those guys can be professional already, right?
But of course, the mobile game, their prices are way more attractive than the
Yeah.
TCG.
If someone wins the world, correct, right? The world's what's the full name? Pokemon tournament, is it?
World championship.
World
World,
Champion.
World Championship. What are the prizes that they get?
For Master Division,
30,000 US.
30,000
that's
USD. Yeah, right.
That's
Not much.
And you're given the trophy and the promo stamp card. That's actually is very valuable.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
But I think I attended last year in Japan. I would share that actually the tournament itself is not about the prize, it's about the participation. You get to participate and play with among all the players from different countries. Then you get to make your friends, from different country, and also it's a different environment, I would say.
Where do you feel Malaysia's level is when you compare to the whole world?
Of course, I think we are competitive. We have good players, so there are potential. So actually, our friends, Kaijian is representing few friends
Our
to
top
Malaysia.
player.
So we are looking forward for them to
Yeah.
recruit for that.
Yeah. You think? I mean, I don't want you to make predictions, but what do you think is a realistic target for our Malaysian team? Not team, individuals, players.
Could be top 8 maybe.
Wow,
I mean, at least day 2. Right.
that's actually pretty good. Wow. Okay. Now I want to shift topic a bit, and this one is more for Isaac. You not only play Pokemon, but you also play One Piece. Now, One Piece has exploded since day one. Recently, the OP0 a bit down, but generally, it's very, very popular. And I know you've been playing since OP01, which is right at the beginning. So, why do you play? Because you watch or read the manga, then is that why?
Yes. Because same like Pokemon, we started with the manga, anime.
Yeah.
So when they just out, when they launched OP1, of course it started with the actually now it's also Japanese.
Mainly,
Japanese version. So that it's a bit tough for me to pick up.
Yeah.
In Japanese.
You have to memorize a lot, right?
Have to memorize. But after I tested with the translation of the apps, it's much more. It actually is quite easy to.
So you download an app, just scan the card and play like that.
No,
is it?
there's an app actually that you can check the ability in English translation.
And
So it's not too hard to pick up for that.
yeah.
And of course the game style is also very interesting.
What are some of the differences between Pokemon and One Piece?
I would say One Piece is require a lot of calculation,
Oh,
as in mathematics, as in what is the next step? How much damage you want to deal for next? require a lot of calculation and also prediction what your opponent will make the next move.
Yeah.
Pokemon is also similar, but something different with Pokemon would be, I think you need a good memory, because there's a lot of engine the card itself. It requires memory. You remember what card that you have inserted into your deck that you form, how you form the deck, and you must remember what card you have in your deck. So then you can make your next move. I would say memory wise, I think Pokemon actually require a lot of memory. But One Piece itself is more to the calculation. I would say mathematics.
And of course, you play tournaments as well with One Piece, do you?
Yes.
So, before we started this podcast, I can't remember, was it you or Tommy who told me that the prizes are actually a lot more lucrative. Is that accurate?
You mean, actually not to say, because we have a tournament, One Piece tournament called Flagship.
Yes.
So
with all the
it's
cards,
very
the flagship,
high because of the winner of the Flagship. They will be given a prize that
few thousand ringgit.
card worth like the current one worth maybe about 8 to 10,000.
Is it the Reiju, the latest is Reiju?
After the Reiju one, now it's a Sheng. Sorry, Ace. It's a series Ace.
The serial, you mean?
Serial.
The serial Ace.
Serial Ace.
Yeah.
You
correct.
come with a number, serial number. 1 to 1,005, I think. That's why it's so valuable. And one
Wait, sorry. One of it is 8 to 9,000 ringgit, you're saying?
Yeah, I think now the price is about 8 to 10,000. It could be lower due to the current, depending on
Still a lot, yeah.
Yeah. The hype maybe because of, OP is very famous in Japan.
Yes.
So actually, there's a lot of demand for that.
And I don't know if you are, sorry if this is boring you. But I don't know if you're watching like the anime, you definitely read the manga. So I think they have been really improving the animation.
yes.
And a lot of new fans. I don't know if you know this. A lot of new One Piece fans are coming in.
I didn't follow that thorough, but from time to time, I watch back.
Yeah.
Still very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopping like one island to one island.
Yeah, it's a
yes.
never ending story.
And then the OP itself, the TCG itself, is also very updated.
Oh,
What
do you mean? Yeah.
They are not like follow the story.
Okay.
Started with Pirates Crew. So now actually they are quite updated with it.
You're right. OP7 got a lot of Egghead Island.
So you can see the art for Luffy, the Gear 5.
Yeah, came out very fast.
Yeah,
true.
So this make people that very, very hype into it. Yeah.
So I want to shift gears a bit into tournament preparation. So when both of you obviously different styles of preparation. So maybe with Tommy, right? You know the date of the tournament already. What do you do, right? As can I call you semi-professional, professional player?
No.
Enthusiast, right?
Yeah.
What preparation do you do? You go watch videos, training?
Yeah, sure. I think the most the most effort and time I put on is watching the pro players playing, and maybe to see some guides. Like instead of, but of course you have to prepare. You have to know what deck you're going to play.
Yeah.
Only you can start to know how to play and how to master it. And for me, I watch a lot of YouTubes and see all the pro players in the YouTubes and how they play, because sometimes they do live as well. So yeah, you just stay there, put over there and watch their live and see. This can play by this way or that different approach, which you never think of it.
Right.
That is how I think I learn a lot from. But of course, you have to play as well, because maybe sometimes in your mind you know how to play, but physically you can't.
At that moment, right?
Yeah, so you have to go to for me, I'll go locally, like weekly,
to go and test it out.
Shops and test it out and see how it goes. If it's okay, just fix the 60 cards. If not, try maybe just fit some new cards or some text in it and try again.
And how early do you need to start to do all this?
You mean all the preparation?
Yeah.
For me, I prep for the TCG KL. I think most at the same time as the Malaysia Championship, because I think after Malaysian Championship, it's 1 week then the TCG KL. So I prepped that together, and I mean in the future I think it's better to know on that day of tournament what is the meta and what's the rotation things.
So that means you cannot be too early also.
Yeah,
prepare too
let's
early.
say there will be a new set coming in and you prepare too early, maybe different story.
Right.
The variance, the tag will be different.
Right,
Outcome will be different.
Yeah, so if you can prepare once you know the set is fixed and maybe there's no rotation, and yeah, you can ready to go.
So when you watch these YouTube videos, do you like have a notebook at the side, write out or write on your Word doc, whatever things?
To me, not really. I just keep it in my mind, and yeah, of course, sometimes you will forget because you just watch through it,
Yeah.
and you don't really remember. But once you make mistake during your local tournament,
You sure remember?
you will remember. You definitely will remember. Like sometimes, I know this mistake, but I still do it. So I think the way I remember what to do and how to play on different matchup, like different decks, is just keep on making mistakes, and during the big tournament, just do less mistake as you can, and try to win your opponent.
All right, Isaac.
Yeah, I think same. Like just to add on, maybe the saddest is not. It's not something we lost to my opponent. It's something I made some mistake. If I made some mistake,
Yeah, true.
it will be the worst.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Pokemon is a bit luck based to me.
Yes.
Okay, of course you need certain knowledge and skills on playing that, but the starting 7 hands
True. Yeah.
is really important. So let's say you start with a bad hand and you cannot do anything in the next turns, you might just lose. So it is a bit luck based, but once you know how to pilot your deck, I think in the big tournament, it's just competing with your opponent between who's the one making less mistake.
All right.
You win.
Yeah. That's why the key element that I would consider would be we call it consistency. In order to fit into your 60, you need to fit 60 card into your deck. So when we form our deck, my style of playing, I will be more focused on consistency. Consistency means that we are quite certain cards we can play maybe we can play 4 cards to the max, maximum of the 4 cards, and also easier to get and combo, and to kickstart the engine.
I see.
So that you won't so easily lose
Or get stuck.
because of course Pokemon, if you think too much of the tag, your deck, your element or your luck will be you need a lot of luck
To execute.
you cannot perform.
Because
because the tag is not always you can tag.
wait, when you say tag, meaning TCK.
Yeah, the
Technology.
tech card. TECH.
TCH, sorry.
TCH.
I see. Okay.
A special tag that means you tag some unusual card to your deck.
But if it never comes, then
Yeah,
then what are you gonna do before that, lah?
Because a lot of people that they think, hey, I put in this one, I can perform in this scenario, so on. But eventually, it doesn't turn out.
So what you're saying is, your strategy is, of the 60 cards, make sure you balance it out, that no matter what appears on your hand, there's a move to make that will keep you in the game, lah.
Yeah, so that
Out of consideration, of course, it's not all.
Yeah, of course.
You need some tag to balance it. Yeah.
You need some X factor, lah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I
you
think
say
what Isaac meant is like every deck they have a backbone. So maybe 55 or 56 card is the main thing you don't want to lose. And maybe there will be less than 5 cards that you tag to prep for current meta. So I think that one more thing to add on is when you prep for a tournament, you need to know, like, predict what's your opponent going to play and what's the other decks. What's the other meta will be there. Yep.
Right.
What card they are holding in their deck, they are fitting in their deck.
Right.
You need to guess.
I see.
And then, like Isaac said, it's a balance. So you predict what's the meta in the Malaysia, and what your opponent going to play, what is happening. Like the Charizard deck is like so overwhelmed in Malaysia.
This is the 151 Charizard EX deck, right?
Not the 151. I think Obsidian Flame.
Ah,
Flame.
okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, so it's a balance. So you need to tag to prep for certain decks, but you cannot over tag.
Overdo it. Yeah.
If you over tag your deck loses the consistency.
When you're preparing for this, I find it very interesting because, you know, the example I'll use is actually football. I don't know if you all play football or watch football.
Okay.
There's always two different like thinking behind this. For one group, you have people who think about the opposition. So they analyze the opposition, then they say these are the winners, these are the winners. So I'm gonna build my team to fix that. Then you got the other extreme, which is no, we'll play however we want to play, and we'll let the opponent stop us. We are good enough, and we have a style, and we're gonna stick to it. Now, of course, it's a spectrum, right? But where do you all sit in this? Do you all spend more time thinking about the predicting of the meta, or do you all spend more time? Okay, I'm gonna build my deck. No matter what meta comes out, I can handle it.
I think for now, even though for sometimes really, the meta is quite important. Even though how good you are, you focus on one deck.
I see.
It cannot be last for very long.
I see. Okay, got it. So it's more meta focused.
It's a more meta focus.
Okay, so then if it's more meta focused, then my next question is: there are all okay at any one point in time. How many like floating metas are there? Meaning things that in consideration 5, 6.
I think this is what interesting in Pokemon. Like back then, like 3 to 4 years, the meta will be like maybe 4 to 5 decks. So it's easily to predict,
predictable
and it's very straightforward. But for now, I think the meta is like crazy.
It's quite diverse.
Okay, technically there will be still top 5 playable decks, but there will be another like tier 2.
The weightage is not so
tier
strong.
3. Yeah, it's not that strong. Like maybe 10 to 12
right.
playable.
So let's say it's 10. You correct me if I'm wrong. You can't really prepare a deck to handle all 10, right?
Yep,
That is
correct.
impossible. I'm going to guess lah.
You
have to give and take,
They
yeah.
actually empty your deck.
Yeah.
Then actually sometimes we hope for the best matchup. We don't just say you're already playing for this style. You don't hope your opponent is playing another style, another deck is actually empty against your deck.
So is it the case that you're going to build the deck that can, of course you cannot withstand 10 out of 10, but maybe 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10?
You can do that.
Right.
Of course, it gives more consistency. But of course, sometimes the winner, what are the different? Because of maybe the risk return. Of course, they play the certain deck is very risky. Maybe suddenly they want, they want a champion or what.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the human element, right? There's the psychology on that day,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
You can be a good player, you can do all the mathematics, but you choke.
Yeah.
Yes,
Correct.
exactly.
Do you all have any such experiences you want to share? And also, how do you overcome something like that? Maybe we can start with Tommy.
I think I faced that before when I think my first major tournament, like I don't have enough time to play to finish my match.
Is it because you're thinking too much or considering too much or why?
That's why I was play very comfortably locally, but once I think that was the matchup, the last matchup in TCG KL. I fighting Jin Chung.
Okay.
I was on the stage, so on the live.
Okay.
That's the first time I having that panic, and then I wasted a lot of time in I think the first match followed by the second match. Like the deck checking. So usually I think I deck check quite fast in play normally, but yeah, just they say the stage nervous.
Yeah.
I tend to check my deck like more than 3 minutes, which I think is it can be considered slow play in the Pokemon rules.
I mean, it's like taking an exam, right? Like people think that exams are about getting the right answer, but it's also time management.
Yeah, correct.
That's why relates to what you shared just now. Actually, if you are very focusing on one deck, of course you can perform the easiest way, and you can make the decision fast. So that actually, if you are confident in your deck, you can play the complicated deck that you used to play. However, if you are not used to it and you still want to use that particular deck that require a lot of thinking and time to compete in a tournament, and the tournament itself is actually just a best of one. It's a very or maybe the time is very limited.
Do or die, yeah.
Yes, then you will waste out a lot of time, and in the end, you will time call. When time call, it could be a double loss. So it's not worth it. We have experienced that before. lah.
But on the opposite side, if the game format is not best of one, but maybe there's many chances like the Swiss style that you're talking about,
Yes, then
maybe you can afford to be more diverse.
correct.
Yep. Correct.
Yeah, that one would be a different play style. already. But of course, the best of three, the game rule in Malaysia is more towards the big tournament, and you are top cut into the day two.
The day two.
We call it top cut lah. Means you qualify for day two, you play among the top 8 or top 16.
Wow.
Then there will be a best of three.
Interesting. So what? Before I go on to your mindset, you can say story, psychology, right? Of course, you won. You still won in the end. But how do you plan to prepare yourself like for the next tournament so that something like that doesn't really happen again, or at least if it does happen, is more in control?
And I think at the moment, I don't think it's controllable.
Oh,
Unless you are keep selected by the host and put onto the live, and you get comfortably with it. To me, I would say just play more, just play test more,
yeah.
and hope for the best.
I see. Isaac, so like, do you have your own story on panicking and things like that?
Panicking. Yeah, I think I will share during my first when I first participated in Worlds 2016 in US. When I shuffled my deck, I was already nervous, and I got this is during my first match, and I got a prize penalty from the judge.
Oh, wow.
Because they mentioned that the way of shuffling, it need to be follow the what do you call there's a it's called what?
The rifle shuffle.
Rifle shuffle. It need to be followed that way.
So you need to shuffle a specific way.
I got very panic on that. I think I remember lah. But after that, then I learned how to shuffle. This is how I learned from the past.
Right.
Yeah, and also when you are competing with some very elite player, you are not so confident. It also causes you a panic. And also some people play with you. They will have different kind of emotion. So you must able to take it.
Wait, so what do you mean? Meaning like, yeah, maybe explain that.
They can be very, very fierce, or they can be very, very chill. So actually this also can affect your emotion.
The mind game.
The mind game. Some, even though their hand don't have the card, but they just act like poker player. They have the card, can win you. Then you will doubt yourself. Do you want to do that? You have to perform this section. Yeah.
Wow.
So experience will tells you lah.
Right.
I think especially when we fight against when we are junior, we fight against a senior player, you will tend to lose in such way because you panic.
I see.
Of course, the more you play, then you are more confident.
And I know one thing, because what you guys are describing is very sports-like, right? Very, very sports-like, mistake psychology and things like that. And I know that the top players in tennis, I don't know if you all know this fact, the difference between a top 5 player and a top 30 player is not technique, because at that level everybody is so good already. The difference between a top 5 and a top 30 player is how fast they recover from mistake. So the typical top 5 player, when they make a bad shot in tennis, they just forget it in 5 to 10 seconds. Like it didn't happen like that. And to share another stat, I think Roger Federer, the tennis player, said that he has only won 52 or 53% of his points. That means it's just a small margin only. So that means he has made mistakes 47% of the time, right? So I guess for you guys, how do you all handle? Because maybe you put down the wrong card, it's a wrong decision mid-game, and the key thing is mid-game.
Yeah.
Right? Because in front of your PC and where anyone can play. Yeah, I should have done that. I would do that.
Yeah.
But how do you all come back from a mistake? Because it's easy to say, just forget it. But you know that when you play a tournament, there's people watching, and then there's things at stake. Then suddenly in your mind you say,
I think the only thing is you don't give up.
yeah,
You just play your best. Then I mean, you don't hope your opponent make mistake lah. Of course, it's unlikely happen or it could be happen.
yeah.
So, but I think we just don't give up, play the best, because any luck also will,
that's true.
the play element will come back eventually.
Do you
Maybe
agree?
your opponent is worse than that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, when you make mistake, there's not a completely checkmate.
Yes.
If your opponent know you did the mistake and he know how to handle it, okay, that's a checkmate. But if your opponent still did not realize that little mistake you made, he might just do other things. So you can kind of like, oh, he did not realize, and my game still can go on, something like that. But if your opponent knows what you are doing, what you are planning for, and you do something incorrectly, and he will definitely
Take the advantage on that.
take your
So the summary is, if you get things wrong, make sure no one knows.
just stay calm.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's say you attach a wrong energy, it's just
Don't expose yourself. You did the wrong move.
Yeah, and specifically between Pokemon and One Piece, right? Do you feel like which one is more mentally challenging?
Mentally challenging.
Or they're about the same?
I think they are both are mentally quite equal lah.
I see. Like
I say, One Piece is require a lot of
calculation.
Calculation. But Pokemon, you need a lot of memory lah. You need to remember what card that you fit into your deck, and you perform the engine.
Okay. So today, if a total beginner, let's say like me, which is a fact, I'm a total beginner, and I want to start, right? What are your top advice?
Of course, if you plan to play maybe the first question I will ask
Competition,
you,
yes.
you want to play competitively or you just want to learn to play?
Okay, how will you separate the advice? To
Maybe for beginner, of course, there are a lot of team deck lah. You can play among your friends. Depending your age lah. I believe nowadays the college student, they won't buy the team deck lah.
Yeah, I think for kids,
maybe for kids, beginner for kids, it's good to start with the team deck, and then they play along the their friends. Actually, it's on par the team deck against team deck.
and One Piece would be the starter decks.
Otherwise, would be you're talking about Pokemon.
Yes, but maybe One Piece also
Maybe
later.
I can touch on a little bit. Okay, so maybe for Pokemon team deck is you have to play with the team deck, then you only feel the fun. Otherwise, if you play team deck against the meta deck, it will easily
fully punished by the meta.
deck. Then you will feel very demotivated. Maybe you want to quit the game. So you must on par lah, So but for competitive player, I would say you can try to, because nowadays the online platform there are a lot of deck lists that actually share by the top players.
I see.
You can make it as a reference.
It's like a template for you to start.
Something that you like. Maybe you can start with the Pokemon you like, but it's still in the meta. In the meta, so that you can start with one deck first, and also don't go for the rarity lah, because the rarity of the card could spend you.
Yeah. Actually, that was my next question. What's a good budget you feel, beginner?
I think maybe few hundred.
If you're talking about meta deck, I think meta 300 to 400 can afford.
500 lah.
Like complete 60.
Complete 60, yeah.
Right.
But of course, this is only for one deck. I would say if an all-rounder player, you need to learn how to play all the decks. Then it's competitive. Then you know your opponent, what move, everything. Then you can control the meta. Then you will know the meta.
Do you all recommend the online version? Is there an online version for?
Yes.
Because that would be the cheapest version, right? You can take any cards.
Yes. I think it will be. Yeah, you mentioned. I think the online nowadays is, last time we need the redeem code. Code to redeem the card. But nowadays is quite easily can get to form the deck.
Yeah, you basically don't need code to get cards.
I mean, I imagine you can just play all the different.
I think at night, during night we can play TCG. But of course, myself, I think same to me. We like to play physical.
Yeah. I think it's better.
The vibe is different.
Personal touching is different.
It's like poker lah.
Yep.
Right. So then for One Piece, is it the starter decks?
One Piece is a little bit different.
Okay.
One Piece meta, the starter deck is actually quite meta. But you need to actually, maybe you need to tag some really meta card to the team deck.
Okay.
Means maybe the meta deck, the team deck itself is 50 cards. Maybe you need to tag in like 20 to make it balance.
I see.
But unlike Pokemon one, I think you need to tag the whole,
Fair enough.
quite to 80% of the deck.
Yeah,
Got it.
mostly I think if you're talking about Pokemon, we buy team deck like the beginner decks just meant for something rare inside, maybe a supporter or puffin or trading.
1-2 cards inside that you are looking.
So then that's like beginner, they just want to start off as a hobby, right? Then if they want to go competitive, of course, by now, I think if you want to go competitive, you should know the basics. But what, I guess, I know we touched on mindset a little bit earlier on, but what are some of your top mindset tips based on your experience, So you prepare the person listening who wants to be competitive, this is the right mindset to have going into competitive scene. Yes, sir.
I think if you want to go budget, just go online first. And because online, I think their starter deck also quite competitive.
I see.
Yep. And then just play around all the meta deck online and see which play style or which deck is
suits to you.
that suits your that you play, that you find you like to play, and only from that you can start collect the cards and physically. Yep.
And it sounds like the competitive decks are a lot more expensive than the starter, the meta versus starter. Correct or no?
Oh no, actually the meta deck we are referring to competitive deck lah.
Yeah.
Meta means already it's like we call it a tier 1 or tier 2.
Okay.
So is actually meta deck is something like competitive lah.
Right. But is it more expensive typically compared to the starter deck?
Starter, yes, definitely.
Quite a bit.
Maybe could be
100.
less than 100.
Less than 100.
But the meta deck about maybe 3 to 500.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. So, but how about yourself competitively? What mindset tips do you have for people who want to go into the scene?
Oh, I think competitive. I think the key is, I think we need to practice. Need to practice, and and then you get a depending on budget as well.
Yeah.
Then you find that Tommy share. You find the style that suits to you, because in Pokemon itself, it can be aggressive, it can be very defensive, and also some deck actually is on stalling.
Just controlling
Control, we call it control. So depends the style you like to play. Yeah, of course, play test is a key thing.
It's a must.
So to be a competitive player, and you need to play with all kinds of deck. Then you know what to react, against the
Nothing catch you by surprise.
The variants. Then you won't get a surprise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing.
Do you have a recommended training frequency? So like once a week, at least twice a week.
I think once a week should be good.
Good enough? Do you agree? Do you feel like?
To me, yeah. I mean, physically, once a week is okay. And maybe online, you can do whenever you are free.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very interesting. Oh, yeah. Yes. I assume training for One Piece is also something very similar, not too different, right?
So in One Piece itself, our league, we call it every shop there will have 2 days. We call it, one is called standard battle, another one is called meetup. Yes, the difference is when standard battle, the winner will give a promo card lah. And then the meetup itself, the prices will be just given in the form of booster packs. And also it's more casual. Yeah.
I see.
So yeah. So maybe you can attend either one.
Yeah.
And then weekends, if you think you are confident enough, you can participate flagship.
Right.
But of course, the flagship entry fee will be much more expensive.
But usually, how much are the fees?
65
Oh,
per flagship.
okay.
Slightly higher than the normal league that you join, like 25, 20, 30.
Got it.
Yeah.
I have a juicy question for you. Which community is more toxic? One Piece or Pokemon? You know, it gets toxic sometimes.
Yeah.
I do not know about it, but I think because of the current One Piece, because of the prices, the money value
Okay.
is much more, so it can be much more sensitive when you play the game.
Got it.
But overall, I think it's fair enough. Different. Both game have its interesting part lah. I
Yeah.
would say.
So I mean, just the last few questions, right? I think one of the things I realize about TCG is that community is very important, right? And that's one of the reasons why TCG KL exists. How have you found the experience, right? Playing the tournaments in TCG KL, meeting the people, the people behind this curtain here, right? Who are part organizers for this, and also what would you like to see being worked on and improved in this for TCG KL? Maybe you can share. This is a feedback session, actually.
I see.
I was asked to ask this question, so here's the Google form.
Okay. I think start from mine first.
Yeah.
So I know TCG KL, just mainly through the Pokemon,
Yeah.
the tournament thing, because I saw Sufyan like keep spamming all the registration here and there, like Facebook page,
Oh yeah.
all the WhatsApp Pokemon group,
Emails.
here and there. Yeah, that is where I started to get know with TCG KL, and I got attracted by the price, of course.
Oh,
I mean
okay.
the prices.
So I'm so embarrassed I have to ask this, but what was the price for
Oh,
TCG KL?
it's so attractive. The champion, you get 3,000 ringgit.
Wow. And then last year's one was what?
Last year it was a trophy and some promo card lah. Yeah.
2025.
This year with promo cards as well.
Sophia, next year 2025. What's the price?
To be
But okay,
to be
5
determined.
figure.
5 finger.
Yeah. So okay, the price. Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, but it's very interesting. So I think, of course, when you have attractive prices, you get more people to play,
course.
and you get more people like to involve, to make the community stronger.
Well, was it only money? I'm sure there are others as well. Just money.
Money, trophy, medal,
Promo card.
play mat, I think.
playing mat, promo cards,
Okay.
a lot.
What did you do with the 3,000 ringgit?
Okay. No, I didn't do that because okay, I didn't expect I would get to be very honest. I just play. I didn't expect I would get that far.
Okay.
But before I registered, I told my girlfriend. I said, hey, I'm very interested in this tournament because I never seen a tournament that giving so juicy prizes. And then she asked me how much. I was like, it's not just card or something. It's 3,000 ringgit. And then she get back to me like, okay, win it and you bring me to Bali.
See, that was your mistake. You should have reduced 1-0.
Oh,
300 means a nice meal.
now I should have known you.
So Sophia, next year, 500 ringgit, huh? Okay. Right.
Yeah, and then that's the fun story about it lah. And then the 3,000, we're still planning whether to go
Okay.
Bali because according to a few of my friends, you sure or not, 3,000 ringgit you can't really afford to Bali.
That's true.
But yeah, definitely I would spend.
I think plane tickets, possible, right? Just
I think
maybe not
it's possible,
accommodation.
but they according to their experience,
yeah.
the expenses there might be
True.
over. Of course, we still planning, maybe not Bali or somewhere else.
I can hear the disappointment
What?
behind. Yeah. So, but yeah, in terms of like what more do you want to see? Obviously, let's be honest, price pool bigger, right? But that aside, what are the things that you want to see more for TCG KL?
Yeah, one thing I got really amazed is I thought when I come to the tournament on that day, I get amazed like, wow, their staff, I mean their cohorts are quite strong. Like you see how they are professionally
yeah.
where, and even how they deal with different on the
Issues,
days.
yeah.
And then their life is even better than I would say than the championship.
No
and,
way.
and how they handle it, and even the venue is more fancier than the 1 week before that, right? Do you agree with me, Isaac?
Yeah, maybe your turn. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's why I can see how well the TCG
Yeah.
growth, and which is encouraged by TCG KL.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year we can get more prize and
Yes.
I knew it.
get more people involved,
Yeah.
which I'm sure what they are planning to do. They try to gather people and community. Yeah, because back then I seen like the community are very here and there, like
Yeah.
separated sporadically. So TCG KL can kind of gather most of people, not just by players, but maybe the Kawam also. Like we gather with we can play with Malay people players, and we play with some Chinese people. Like it's like more a Malaysian thing instead of just
more Satu Malaysia.
more to a
You
Kawam.
can have an idea that you can form a team. You know.
But is there team tournaments for Pokemon?
Not the former, not the official tournament. Some shop they do host.
Okay.
Team match.
Okay.
What if a Satu Malaysia competition?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
TCGKL, heard that, huh? Sufyan. Feedback to Big Boss, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, for yourself, too bad you only won a trophy. Okay, no 3,000 ringgit. But what?
Wait, he did.
I got also.
I won one piece this year.
Oh, what was the prize money?
Same.
3,000. So,
3,000.
do you also have to? Were you requested to go to Bali also?
No, I'm smart.
Oh shit.
No, kidding. No, we spend on dinners.
Okay.
And so spending for some home appliance.
Got it.
What? New Dyson.
Hey, not enough lah. 3,000. Not enough.
Not enough.
I just bought. It's not enough.
Oh
Okay.
no.
But yeah, like, what's your overall thoughts on TCGKL, and like, is there something that you wish you could see more of, with TCGKL?
Yeah, I think. Sorry. You mean the
Your overall thoughts on TCGKL, and then areas for improvement.
Maybe I can share compared to last year.
Yeah.
It was much more comfortable. I mean much more better than, and that's an improvement from last year. Of course, the venue, in the trade itself is also very comfortable,
Yeah,
and also the staff itself. Then there are a lot of judges that share by like Tommy. I would say overall it's good. It's just that maybe a little bit I can add on is I think the time management
Okay.
on the what do you call time call
The event,
or
yeah.
the event, it can be much more improved.
Okay.
Because Pokemon itself we require a lot of rounds. Is it how many rounds we play?
8 rounds.
So if you play until quite late, I think that part you just say
You get tired.
Yeah, we are tired though.
playing with proper playing on the lunch break or then it could be much more better lah. Can be
Okay.
improved lah.
But it's a fixable
to me,
problem.
Overall, it's still considered okay
Okay.
for me.
All right, guys. I really enjoyed this podcast, and in fact, it's really just for me to learn about the space, because I really am a standard 1 student, or actually kindergarten student when it comes to TCG. So thank you for being my first teachers, you can say. And hope to you guys are definitely coming for 2025 TCG KL,
Yeah, I
for
think
sure.
so.
right? But maybe just think one final question. What are you looking forward to for the rest of the year in terms of the TCG that you guys are participating in?
For me, I don't have really that ambitious
Okay.
as others competitive player. To me, I just enjoy playing
Yeah.
Pokemon, and just if I have time, I can commit it. I'll just try to join whatever major tournaments and hang out with the friends, make connections in Pokemon, and
Sounds good.
Yeah. Same like
Right.
Tommy, because it's been a long journey since I play, and also every year I enjoy that. Once we can catch up with our friends, and it's part of a hobby. So part of my hobby. So I wish I can continue the spirit lah.
All right. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
you.
Guys, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all our social media links, which you can see in the description. And I'll see you the next podcast. Bye-bye.